King
I'm in
James
a
Bible.
King James Bible, that Rock of Ages. The Revelations of Jesus Christ, chapter 8, the 7 trumpets came out of the 7th seal. Chapter 8, verse 1. And when he had opened the 7th seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of a half an hour. And I saw the 7 angels which stood before God, and to them were given 7 trumpets. And another angel came and stood at the altars, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, and that he should offer it with the prayers of all the saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. And the smoke of the incense, which came with the prayers of the saints, ascended up before God and out of the angel's hand. And the angel took the censer and filled it with fire and of the altar and cast it into the earth. And there were voices and thunderings and lightnings and earthquakes, and the 7 angels which had 7 trumpets prepared themselves to sound. The first trumpet, chapter 8, verse 7. The first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast upon the earth. And the third part of the trees were burnt up, and all the green grass was burnt up. The second trumpet, chapter 8, verse 8. And the second angel sounded, and as it were a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea. And the third part of the sea became blood. And the third part of the creatures which were in the sea and had life died. And the third part of the ships were destroyed. The third trumpet, chapter 8, verse 10. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp. And it fell upon the third part of the rivers, and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood. And many men died of the waters, because they were made bitter. The fourth trumpet. And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars, so as the third part of them was darkened. And the day shone not for the third part of it, and the night likewise. And I beheld, and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, 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 to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voice of the trumpets of the 3 angels which are yet to sound. The fifth trumpet, chapter 9, verse 1. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, and as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass or the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their foreheads. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months. And their torments was a torment of scorpions, when he striketh a man. And in those days shall men seek death, and it shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. And the shape of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle, and their heads were as it were crowns like golds, and their faces were as the faces of men. And they had hair as the hair of a woman, and their teeth were as the teeth of lions. And they had breastplates as it were breastplates of iron. And the sounds of their wings was as the sounds of chariots of many horses running into battle. And they had tails like unto a scorpion, and there were stings, and there were stingers on their tails. And their power was to hurt men 5 months. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name is the Hebrew tongue Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. One woe is past, and behold, there comes 2 woe mores hereafter. The sixth trumpet, chapter 9, verse 13. And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar which is before God, saying to the six angels which had the trumpets, Loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000 thousands, and I heard a number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and a jacinth, and a brimstones, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. And by these three were the third part of men killed, by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouths, and in their tails. For their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, with them they do hurt. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silvers and brass and stones and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. Neither repented they of the murders, nor of the sorcerers, nor of their fornications, nor of their thefts.